Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Alright, so we're starting off with the Five of Swords. You may not feel open to something, but this could also be somebody around you. Let's see what's going on. Okay, see, the Five of Swords comes from being in a space, how I'm channeling this energy now. I'm seeing this Five of Swords has been through something where, like in the past, this person has felt like they've been taken advantage before, so they may be in a space where they're like, I'm not going to get vulnerable, I don't want to be taken advantage of. I'm seeing like a very defensive energy, somebody that's like, I don't want to open my heart, I'm not about that. I don't want to be in a space to connect because this person is scared, okay? It comes from a space of fear. It's not somebody being like, I'm strong and I don't want a connection. This is somebody feeling very, very scared, okay? And intimidated because they've been hurt before and their ego is like, their ego is like, homie, I'm not going to let that happen again to you. It's all good. We're just like going to put people off, not going to connect you. That way you're not going to open yourself up to get hurt, okay? So whether this be you or somebody else, this is the space that this person is in right now. So let's talk about it. Let's see what else is going on. It's the thing that I'm seeing here though is that as much as this person is like when it comes to love and connection, the Ace of Cups is here. So this person is intrigued. This person is absolutely connected. So as much as this person is like, I don't want any part of that, love is this person. And so running away from their nature is not going to do anything because they're just going to keep bumping into it. But yeah, they may be in a space where they don't feel ready for something, and I'm seeing this be related to connection. And I mean, this can be somebody within your family, right? Or it can be somebody in your life that you want to connect with that that's in a space where they may be more difficult to connect with. Like the Five of Swords is on a sliding scale. Like it can go from somebody that is like completely projecting onto other people and like doesn't want to work with other people, all the way to somebody being like, I'm not about that. You know, it's a very long and wide sliding scale. But it feels kind of like a facade that this person is putting on, and it seems like it's kind of cracking a little bit with the Ace of Cups here. Like something has made this person look at the Ace of Cups. So even if they're like, I swear I'm not, it's like when they think nobody else is looking, they're kind of peeking over at it like, the Ace of Cups is right there. So it seems like they're kind of maybe feeling tempted into some sort of connection, or something has caught their attention in some way. Even if they haven't said anything about this yet, is what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm having a sentiment come through. If this is somebody that you are dealing with, I would not take this on as a challenge. I would not encourage you to see it as like a nut to crack, okay? So to speak. Because even though you can know who and what this person is at their core, even though, like, let's even put that aside. Even though you can perceive this person at their core and what's behind all of it, that doesn't mean that their connection, it doesn't push aside where they are right now currently and their willingness level, okay? Because I'm seeing somebody where they're being characterized as being very shut down within the heart space right now. So it's not just a matter to sweep under the rug even if you can still see behind where this person is, you know, even if you can still connect with their heart, even though you can still see that they're in a space where they're not willing to get vulnerable in that way. So it's not something that you want to gloss over, okay, just because you can see behind it, you know. It's not your mission to be breaking this person out. This person has to decide that they're willing to break out of this energy. And we're not meant to be forcing anybody to be doing anything that they don't want to be doing. Anything that they're not willing to do. Because if we're doing that, we're not respecting this person's boundaries, we're not respecting their journey, we're not respecting where they are. And it's something that's meant to be respected. Because we want that respect. If we say, like, no, I don't want to do that, or, like, our energy is saying that, we would appreciate other people to not force us into things that we don't want to be doing. So yeah, you may be kind of caught up in a situation with somebody that just because of... I'm just very much seeing somebody that's characterized in a place where, like, they feel very scared, they feel very fearful of loving, of connecting, of being vulnerable. And so even though, like, love has become available within this person's life, not that it ever wasn't, but, like, maybe in, like, human to human form, this has manifested in this person's life, they're still in a space where they're like, I'm gonna keep you at 10 feet from me, like, please do not come any closer. You maybe getting into a little bit of a, like, push and pull with this person. I'm seeing it starting to become stressful, whatever this is that's been going on with them. Or with you, if this is you. Yeah, it looks like something's about to break. What I'm getting is that the Five of Swords wants to connect. They just may be in a spot where they don't really know how yet. And they may have been kind of living their life where, yeah, I'm seeing somebody that's been in a spot where they haven't been getting vulnerable, and they're now like, how am I supposed to get vulnerable? Like, how do I do that? How do I connect? It's like somebody's having a change of heart, it seems. And before, they may have kind of put on this facade where they thought that they were coming off as, like, strong or distant or untouchable or something like that. Now this person's looking around and they're like, I actually feel so lonely. I'm not connecting with anybody. I've pushed other people away, things like that. And this person is realizing, I didn't do that out of strength. I did that out of fear. And I'm seeing that become very, very clear to this person now. And, like, this reading is not meant to create further separation. This can just as easily be you and something that you do as it can be somebody that you're dealing with. Sometimes it's easier when we see other people as separate to us, so we can understand maybe an internal process that we've been going through that's being played out externally, okay? So just because you may be on one side of this and see this person on the other side, don't allow that illusion to have you feeling like you are so separate from this person, okay? It's just two different sides of the same coin. This is meant to create, like, understanding and unity and further harmony within your life, not cause or create further separation, okay? It's meant to create, like, understanding and whatnot. Oh, so interesting. Okay, so hard truth time. If you have been in a situation where you are like within the paradigm of the narcissist empath paradigm, okay, situation happening, you must understand, rather than, especially if you are on the empathic side, rather than looking at this person and like feeling such a type of way about them and like blaming them and it's all their fault, which like on some plane maybe it is, right? You have to also understand that because you're so far over on the empathic side that you don't have boundaries and it's codependent, you are allowing that empathic narcissistic paradigm to continue. So you are just as much participating in it as that other person is, even if you feel like you're on the right side of things. If you were practicing boundaries and listening to your intuition and showing up for yourself, that would not be happening. So I just need to put that out there quickly. Again, this is not to create further separation. It's about understanding that you guys are like on the same frequency in a way because of the, I feel like symbiosis is a wrong word because it's supposed to be mutually beneficial. It's kind of like mutually malefic situation, we can say, between the two of you guys that's been happening. So when you are able to kind of slide into the middle, you stop attracting that frequency. Because if you're so much in a like deficit one way, you are going to attract that energy. It's kind of like even though it's because you would see yourself as so different from that person, it's like a polar opposite, it would feel like, between you and that person. So that's why it can be so hard to wrap your mind around it, because it's like, that person is so different from me, how can we be two sides of the same coin? It is, it's just like these opposites. It's like light and dark, essentially. I will say this too, like, on a plane, on one plane, there is a separation, but when you get higher up, the duality is merged, okay? I don't want to get too far into that because it can be very confusing if we're not in that space yet, but I just need to also harp on that as well, because it's definitely coming through strongly here. It's kind of like a situation where, like, you can be angry with somebody for taking advantage of you or taking advantage of your kindness, we can say. However, if you are in a space where you are respecting your boundaries and only doing what you're okay with, nobody can take advantage of that then, because you're not putting yourself in a precarious position. And it's not conditional. And it may be very hard to be setting boundaries too, because I'm seeing something where like you may have like fear of abandonment, stuff like that. We're getting really deep into really deep into this, huh? It may feel very hard to set boundaries for you to show up for yourself. However, it's necessary to not allow this to continue to happen. I will say this too, if you have a problem with something, it's not the other people's problem to be fixing. It means like we need to do something. Like if I have an issue with something, that means that it's my issue to be taken care of and I need to do something about it. It's not the other people that I'm like, you need to change and you need to do this, like that, and that has to happen over there. I have to do the work. It's my work on myself if I have a problem with something. It's not that other person's work. So yeah, and it's like this too, and I know that this may seem very, for some of you, this is going to sound very far out. If somebody else's behavior, if I find that to be problematic, that is my work to do on myself. I know, again, it can sound very, very far out there. If I have an issue with somebody else or with the way that they're acting or with this or with that, that's my work to do on myself. So now that you know, what do you want to do about it? It seems like it's time to set boundaries with somebody. I'm definitely getting this so strongly. Okay, so you have somebody that you connect with and they're like quite a prickly person, right? And you love this person to death. You love this person so much. And you also see that like their ego and their personality is kind of getting in the way of you guys having a connection. This is a moment with you looking at this person and seeing where they are and being able to meet this person where they are and find within you like all of the respect and understanding of where this person is, rather than being in a situation where like they're a perpetrator and you're a victim and like anything else like that is like born out of duality. You just being able to like witness this person and not take things personally and just see where they are, which is much easier said than done. This is like a very evolved place to get to, and even people that can be in this space, sometimes we can only hold on to it for a little bit. It's like a lot of personal work to be able to look at this, especially when we feel like somebody has done us wrong in some way. Ego work, shadow work, to be able to look at this person and be able to see them and just be like, okay, that's where you are, and I'm just noticing that, I'm just observing that, I'm just seeing that, and now I get to figure out, is that something that I want to have in my life? If things stay exactly like this, is this something that I want to continue participating with? Or is this not really resonating with me anymore and I can move in a different direction? Do I want a different type of frequency? Do I want a different type of love? And now it's your decision again. It's not this person taking from you unwillingly or this person being like a vampire and sucking your energy. This is about you recognizing, nobody can take my energy unless I am willing that to happen, unless I'm allowing that to happen, because I have boundaries and I have the control over what happens to my energy. And so nothing is happening without my permission. And when I tell myself that, I empower myself rather than framing it as me being in like abject surrender in relation to this person and at their will of whatever they want to do with me. So I'm seeing you be in a space where we are now like naming this, calling it out, seeing it for what it is, and recognizing there's a choice now that you get to make. And the thing is too that you can still have so much love for somebody and understand that that's not conducive to the life that you want to live. You can still, I know it can be like very wild to like hold on to this perspective that we can still love people and not want to actively participate within their lives or have them in ours because we feel like that is harmful to us in some way. And so again, we come back to this place of there's a choice to make, there's a decision that needs to be made, and one that may have been being put off for quite some time because of trying to play out a different dynamic with this person where they have repeatedly been showing you, this is where I am energetically. And now we can see this very clearly, and now we get to choose, what do we want to do with this? Have we done this enough? Has it stressed us out enough? Has it caused enough like mayhem within our lives that now we want to take the power back and make a choice? And not make a choice out of fear, but to make a choice out of empowerment and us showing up for ourselves and really listen to, I'm hearing the constitution of our intuition, make a choice here. Then this is how you take your power back, how you call it back to you, and how you remember that you have all of the authority. And these are the first steps to you creating a lasting harmony within your life, because something does not feel like it's in harmony with you and with your frequency. And so like this is your frequency rising right now and you getting out of this paradigm. this frequency. You're going up now. And so this is not something that's resonating with you any longer. And so that means that this is something that you can shift away from, to transcend, we can say. It's just about making that choice to figure out how to maneuver through that. And there may also be some reasons why, many reasons why you enjoy being around this person. However, when it comes down to like the energetic frequency of what's been taking place, you know what you want to do for yourself, and you also know that it feels like something is not working anymore. And I'm also hearing that it's not worth the risk. Powerful. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Gabriella, for anybody new. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.